What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your host, Light Liger, and today I'm gonna be reviewing this CeFi platform called Nexo, which has been requested by a couple of my viewers in the past, and this is something that I have indeed talked about in some other videos, but I never done an individual video on Nexo until today. And to put it simply, Nexo is a CeFi platform, meaning centralized finance. You basically deposit your stable coins, fiat, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and other altcoins, and you will be getting compounding interest on a daily basis onto your account. And it is actually EU licensed and regulated financial institution. It has a BitGo insurance up to $100 million. So even if it gets hacked, your money is saved because there's an insurance behind it. It is one of those most secure applications and companies you can interact with from all the getter. It's also available on as an application on mobile devices, on Android and iOS. But I do usually just use the the browser version, which this review will be based on. And there's also over 1 million users, according to them, over 40 different fiat currencies, over 5 billion processed in 2 years. I believe I started to use Nexo since 2019. They also have their own token, which is called Nexo Token, which is something that if you hold on the account, you will be getting paid dividends into that account, I think, quarterly. And basically, you can get up to 12% annual compounding interest. The caveat here is that it's on Nexo, not on the actual assets. But let's talk about that in a second. And the borrowing cash is something that you can also do with 5.9% APR. So I think this is a pretty, relatively good rate. So you can deposit money there and you can borrow on 5.9% APR on it. And basically the minimum loan is $10 and maximum of $2 million. And they are working on their credit card called the Nexo card, and that is on MasterCard partnership, which I'm actually very excited to get. So I will be doing another individual review on their card once it is available. Hopefully it will be available worldwide. And 2% cash back on all purchases is very competitive in my opinion, without any tier system. So it's 2% flat on every card to my understanding. So that is very cool. But let's now actually get into the application itself. So this is how it actually looks like on the main interface. And they just did this massive update, which is the reason why I delayed this review for a couple of weeks. And it does require KYC, so you need to verify your account until you can start using. I think you may be able to deposit, but in order to withdraw, you might need to do the KYC, if I remember correctly. Now, the platform is pretty simple how it's working. On the top, you see the account tab. On the other side, you see the transaction tab where you're shown all the interest that you're getting on daily basis. That is given on 2 a.m. I don't know at what time zone that is, but I have a good idea how much money I will be getting on a daily basis on each token that I'm holding here on their platform. And as I keep saying, usually centralized finance platform give you a lot better interest rates on certain currencies versus DeFi platforms, because they are loaning into institutions, they are loaning into the banks and etc. And that's why they are able to give us such more higher rates. Now, and there obviously is exporting you a CSV, a report that is very good. On this tab, you can go to your profile, the security. It has a Google 2 authenticator, the emails and everything like that, to add on to that extra layer of security. Now, let's get into the actual portfolio. Here you can see the amount of interest that I have earned. There's also a tier system on now, which is part of the big update. So basically, you get normally 5% on multiple currencies, and on fiat and stable coins, you get 8%. But this goes up to 10% by having a platinum membership, meaning that 10% of your portfolio is in Nexo tokens. So you have, yeah, let's say you have $1,000 worth of coins in your wallet. You need to have $100 worth of Nexo in order to get the platinum bonus. And that is where I'm currently at, and that's probably where it's gonna be staying for me, unless the other currencies are just gonna be spiking up in the value, where I'm kind of forced to buy more Nexo if I want to. Obviously, I'm not a millionaire, I'm not a thousandaire, so for me, is it 9% or 10%? It's not gonna have that much of a big of an impact, but obviously Nexo also did announce a buyback system for their token, which means that it's very likely that the price of Nexo token is going to be going up. Currently, I think we should actually open up the CoinMarketCap really quickly and see what is the actual valuation of Nexo right now. Last time I checked, it was 80 something. And I do want to remind people that this is not a financial advice. Do your own research. Rank 61. So after the announcement, it has been doing really well, as you can see. The valuation has jumped from 16 cents into almost 15 cents. And I don't necessarily believe that is even the end of it. So because of this purchasing power and the valuation on those percentages, people are willing to pay a lot more for this type of benefit on the actual platform. Now let's get back into the actual exchange here, or sorry, in the platform, and go into the fields of tokens that are being supported here. So you have an option to basically earn on a higher percentage if you're going to be earning all of that in Nexo. Now, this is something that Celsius Network also have, provided, but they allow you to do it that specifically on each asset that you have. Here, you have to choose earning Nexo on all your assets or on nothing. Now, that can be a deal breaker. It is for me. So that is not for me. But obviously, if people see very bullish signal on Nexo and they don't hold any of these other tokens that are being supported here, then yes, I definitely think that you should be earning in Nexo if it is indeed possible for you. Now, you will be not getting actual, dividends by holding Nexo here, but this will give you all the benefits. And I do want to say that this was probably worth like $50 when I initially bought it, and now it's $325. So that has been really, really nice in terms of, the valuation of the initial purchased amount. And obviously there's probably dividends coming out very soon, so I will be making a bit more on top of that. Now, all the assets have here 6% outside from the stable coins. So I have a large amount of my stable coins here, a bit of USD, bit of Tether, bit of True USD. I have DAI somewhere else, and then there's also euros and British pounds, which to me are very bullish. I think that the dollar is weakest out of these three, and I've been talking about a lot in the channel and in Twitter especially that I just inherently feel that it's bad to have so many dollar stable coins and not stable coins for other currencies, because dollar loses significantly versus gold, and other currencies like euro is not losing that much. It is indeed losing, but it's not losing as much. So that is why I really recommend maybe putting some euros and British pounds here if you have the option, and you can do that by top up. And I think you need to do some type of a SEPA or SWIFT transfer. These are European terms. Most people are familiar, and it just goes into the bank basically, and etc. So that is not like too bad of a plan. I might even reconsider that as an option at some point. As for other currencies, you just have a simple Ethereum address or whatever the respective currency is. Recently, they added Binance here, Stellar, and Bax Gold is also here. I have moved all my Bax Gold here because 6% annual interest is higher than anybody is giving on gold, by the way. And I don't think gold is, I'm not so bullish anymore on it, but I definitely think that I want to diversify my portfolio, and that's why I have some Bax Gold. And I also have moved my Link here, which is very competitive at 6%. I have also some Tron here, which is sitting at 6%, and some EOS, which I don't really have any future promise for. And then you have things like Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin. And I believe they're going to be adding more currencies. Maybe they consider Polkadot, for instance. or Tezos or something that more the institutional players are interested in, something that is more established. Now, on the actual interface and everything, there is no night mode on the website. That is something that I would like to see. There's no referral program here on the platform, so I'm not able to shill my links. And I have done considerable amount of shilling for Nexo, and I have received nothing in return. Hey, here's my Ethereum address, Nexo guys. Maybe you want to throw me a tip or two. Now, definitely I am recommending Nexo. That being said, it is very important to look into the competition and what exactly the coins are you going to be interacting with. Celsius, for instance, changes their rates, and they can offer maybe higher rates on certain currencies, and maybe they also give out maybe better percentages, for example, for stable coins. So you might want to put a certain sum of your funds into Nexo, some of them in Celsius. But the fact of the matter is, Nexo has a lot more insurances, the way they work, so it's a lot more secure deposit versus Celsius. But I mean, there is a couple of alternatives. Block fee is another one that I've talked about on the channel, and it's really up to what you want to do. I think it's a very vast benefit of getting that interest on a daily basis, which makes it a very competitive option, because I don't think there's any other platform outside from DeFi that is giving you a daily interest on your coins that you're holding on the Nexo platform. And as a quick reminder, as I said in the beginning, KYC is required, not proof of address. I got verified in a day or so. It was very simple, very easy. And I've been using the platform since, and I will continue using it because I'm feeling very certain about my money being held here, because there's all of these checks and balances and insurances on these funds, and it just offers a very competitive percentages for Bitcoin and Ethereum, for instance, on 6%, which I feel is really, really good. And that is pretty much my rundown of this platform. I definitely recommend it. This is not a financial endorsement or anything, but obviously do your own research. And if you have any questions about the Nexo platform, I am very happy to answer them in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys on the next video.